Yo, what is up guys, and welcome back to another YouTube video. For any of you guys that are new here, my name is Levi, and I don't really know what's with my fit. I know by the title of this video, my life has changed over the course of a year, so I just kind of made it really dramatic, and nothing has really changed in terms, I'm still at the same house that you guys have been seeing me record at since the beginning, but there's been a lot that has changed. I can't wait to go over it in the whole course of this video. It's just going to be kind of what my life is like now compared to a year ago. With that being said, we got a lot to get going with throughout the day, so with that being said, I'm going to kind of, I don't know, switch out of this and get into something more suitable, go take some pictures, get some grunt work in, do a whole bunch of other stuff, go over what has changed exactly over in the year's time. So without further ado, I'm gonna get out of whatever I'm in now, and I'll see you guys in just a sec. Boom, and all right guys, here we are. That's a much better look for me, I think. So what we're doing right now, as I said, is I'm going to take pictures this morning with James. I've noticed a significant change is that I'm always on the go, always on the move. For example, I'm going to Texas here in 6 days now. No, 5 days now, actually. It's something I never would have actually thought I'd be doing. So for example, I went to LA with Jesse, and I never would have thought that that would have happened within a year's time. It's so insane to think that, you know, I'm traveling, I'm going to take pictures here, there, and then there again. It's just literally a whole life-changing experience. I'm so thankful for it. I couldn't have imagined this a year ago, and now that we're here, I mean, I could have, I definitely had the vision for it, but now that we're here, it's just literally insane. And I'm gonna say literally a lot throughout this video just because I can't believe the significant change my life has had in the course of just 1 year. With that being said, let's get down to this field. We have to get these pictures done with for today. They got to go up by 11:30. All my pictures on Instagram go up 11:30, and if you guys aren't following me on Instagram yet, make sure you're going and following me on Instagram. That being said, we will see you guys at the field. One of the differences in the whole year basically is working with brands. It's become a job. Instagram, I would say, more so as my job avenue. It's where most of my work is done. So one of the things I've found out more from a year's time change is that my Instagram posts, yes, a lot of them are still for fun, but a lot of them are also kind of brand deals or whatnot, stuff that I have to do for brands and whatnot. Meet their requirements, I have to be willing to work with them. And so today we just did a shock. We did like this tire flipping thing, photo shoot. It'll be on my Instagram if you guys want to go see exactly what it was, but pretty cool. Did dream of doing something like that at one point, but I also don't like to be too silly, even though like on my YouTube I'm always like, oh, code Levi, but you know, code Levi if you want. Anyway, literally how everything has changed in that's that time. But with that being said, let's get back home. Got some grunt work to be doing in the gym, so see you guys there. What's up guys? So for today's workout, we're gonna be hitting some arms. You know, every day is arm day, you know, it just is. I don't know, I don't make the rules, I don't do any of that. Just kidding, I really like chest day more. I don't know what I'm saying, just keep rambling on.
What?
Hitting arms, gonna be super insane. I'm just trying to keep my strength, like I said, in all of my workouts and whatnot. And if you guys are wondering what's changed throughout the course of a year's time, in terms of just like my physique, I've definitely improved strength, muscle fullness, a lot more other things. I mean, you guys will see a physique update at the end, because if I showed you one now, I'd look a lot more flat than I would compared to after. And obviously, like, I just want to look better. Come on, like I shouldn't have to explain that. But that being said, we're gonna hit some arms, some more arms, and some arms. So that being said,
somehow I woke up out in Beverly, fucked up, smelling like that bourbon, and I end up alone. I'm not certain. Yeah, the girls impolite in the club every night. That's how it goes when you Hollywood perfect. Hollywood perfect. That's how it goes when you Hollywood perfect. Ain't got no place to call my own. Feels like I'm better off alone. So sad inside and hopeless. These Hollywood hoes never notice.
believe it or not, before James was actually using that technique, he was trying to use this other forearm workout that he was using right before he went to bed, sometimes before he woke up too. And yeah, how did it? Now he's here doing the actual forearm.
That's all cap.
No, I'm not even wearing a hat. No, trust me, James used to try this other forearm workout. Involved lotion, some tissues.
I'm telling you his secret. Look how big this man's forearm is. Like, look at the left.
No, not even.
Right,
look at that. Dude, he has right arm forearm's huge. year, one of my goals was to be 175 pounds after a bulk. I got up to like 173, and now you guys know, starting to cut now, but this is kind of what we're looking like. I'll just stay here, the lighting's pretty decent. I don't have like physique update pictures and never really took those on Instagram. Maybe I could try to find one and show you guys real quick somewhere on the screen what I looked like last year. I'll try to find the best one I can. So this is what we're looking like now. You know, just doing the do. I think my back's probably most improved, even though it doesn't look that great, you know what I mean? But yeah, still working, improving. My goal by the end of next year would probably to be, maybe I'll bulk again, probably 175 to 180 again, but 175 at a leaner body weight, if that makes sense, because I kind of want to stay lean year round, but I don't know about that kind of muscle on that year's time. Oh, hey, what's up? Ooh, and that actually sucked. I don't know why. I thought I was just gonna zoom past like there was Pam on the floor. So anyways, in terms of my living situation, as you can see, literally still in the same place that you guys have seen me recording, taking pictures, doing whatever it is for my social media. So in a year's time, I honestly don't think I would have been able to move out and go somewhere else different. As a lot of you guys have seen in the past, I talked about, you know, going off to college, and my preferred place to go to college as of right now is Eastern Washington University. And here in Washington, all the campuses are closed and you can't even live on campus. The only thing that you can do is live in like an apartment around campus, but you can't actually go to the campus to learn. This time from when I started, I don't even think that I would have moved out anyway, even if I did have to end up going to college, which I am and still in college, but I'm talking about my transfer, which would be Eastern Washington University, just because of the whole COVID situation. Because here in Washington, you actually can't go to classes, like the campuses are basically closed. So a lot of my friends that are actually at a college elsewhere in Washington actually had to come back home for the holidays, and now they just have to stay here throughout the rest of the year because their campuses aren't open. If they live in an apartment, obviously they can go back and live there, but their whole point is I'm gonna pay to live somewhere if I'm just living there for the education, and I can't even go to get my education. I can just get my education from the same place at home and not spend any money. So honestly, I would have done the same thing if I were them. But if we were to point out possibly the fact that in a year's time, could I move out somewhere if I wanted to now with what I do? And the answer is yes, just as long as I probably had someone else to live with. And I could do it on my own potentially, but if I did it on my own potentially, I would definitely be very, very tight on money. I wouldn't be able to go do some of the things that I am doing now, or if I lived with someone else. So yes, for this whole part, you could basically say that in a year's time, my living circumstances haven't really changed at all. So definitely one of my goals for 2021, I would say, is gonna be probably moving out on my own. I wanna be able to move out on my own, or maybe, you know, I don't even mind living with someone else. Like let's say if James were to be able to live with me, I wouldn't mind that. I just wanna know that I'd be financially okay to move out on my own. That's why, you know, I have a lot more time on my hands with social media now. I'm really trying to invest into that just so I can get more out of it, just so that I can keep doing this without having to go back to, you know, a part-time job while doing this at the same time, because that was literally the biggest struggle. And by the way, there's a whole video coming out on how I was able to quit my job next Saturday, or this Saturday, I should say. So stay tuned for that. But yeah, overall, my lifestyle in terms of living circumstances hasn't changed one bit. Everybody, in a year's time, something that I literally remember laying in bed one day, like this is a memory I'm literally gonna tell you guys about. It was 2019, summertime. Really started watching Christian Guzman. Like, I always watched him throughout high school, but I just really started watching him. I remember one of the things I watched was he was signed with Ghost and whatnot. I was like, dude, that would be so cool one day to be sponsored by a supplement company. And then I also saw he had Alphalete, and I was like, dude, that would have been a dream to be sponsored by a clothing company as well. You know, I was watching a whole bunch of athletes get signed by all these companies, and I was just literally kind of like dreaming of eventually having that one day. You know, I was sponsored by a supplement company. I got Transparent Labs, and I also, you know, now I'm sponsored by Raw Gear. I got some stuff right here from them, and it's literally all because of you guys. If it wasn't for you guys, I literally wouldn't be able to have this, like these things that I literally dreamed of, but I also did have to put in the work. It's great. I think they're great companies too. I would never sign with lousy companies that I literally didn't believe in. Like for example, this is Bradley Martin's gear. I got to meet him. They treat me well, and if they're gonna treat me well, I know they're gonna treat you guys well. Along with Transparent Labs, you know, they're always really good about keeping me in contact, keep me in the loop of everything. And yeah, it's just been great. Like literally, it's crazy to think that I was able to have a vision and now I'm literally living it out. It's just that insane. And as always, guys, if you guys want to support me, code Levi will get you 10% off your raw gear or Transparent Labs, and the links in for both of them will be in the description. But literally insane, guys. That was one of the things that changed, was literally just having no sponsorships to having sponsorships, and the source of income and everything is really insane. So I don't know, I can't thank you guys enough. So that's one huge thing that changed over the course of the year, was literally just kind of living out my dream. And this isn't gonna lean back because it's metal. As you guys have seen throughout the course of this video, I've kind of been explaining how my life has changed throughout a year, and it kind of seems as if social media has been able to do that for me, which it really has. And there was a lot more other personal things I was able to experience in terms of just growth in my character development. I'm still like working on that as well. You guys will continue to see that as well through here. I will always try to keep you guys in touch with what I'm doing, how I'm feeling, just basically my whole life. We're gonna talk about social media itself changing from the time I basically started to the time we're at in now. Right before 2020 hit, at the end of December, I made a video called my plans for 2020. Basically broke down what my plans were in terms of strength, bodybuilding, my social media platforms, and I think that was basically kind of it. I think that was the core of it. I think I'm actually gonna open it up right here. All right, so I'm gonna toss up the video here up on the screen, and we're basically just gonna watch it together. So here goes. This is me saying what my social media goals were. I'll explain some goals that I mentioned later on, but these are basically just the social media ones. So for these, I have 10K on IG, 250K on TikTok, and 1K on YouTube, and I plan to do that all by the end of 2020. So if you heard that correctly, I wanted 10K on Instagram by the end of 2020. I wanted 250K on TikTok by the end of 2020, and I wanted 1K on YouTube by the end of 2020. If you guys, pay attention to my stats, you can see that I well overdid all those numbers. I'm not trying to brag either. I'm just trying to say that once I got to those points, when I hit those numbers, I only saw growth from there on out. Basically what I'm trying to say is be an overachiever. Don't just achieve something and then sit with it. Achieve something and then continue on. Because as soon as I hit 10K on Instagram, I definitely was like, and then when I hit 250K on TikTok, I felt the same feeling, and then 1K on YouTube, I was so ecstatic. I was so happy about it, but I knew it didn't just end there. If I wanted to be literally where my visions were at, because I had 10K, 250K, and 1K on YouTube, I didn't have any of my sponsors yet. And those were one of my goals listed in the video. Is I said I wanted a sponsorship. I also said I wanted to travel more, and crazy enough, here I am leaving a couple weeks to go off to Texas to travel. So looking back at this is honestly really insane. It's before COVID so like, I wish you guys could experience the same feeling I'm feeling watching this. It's so hard to put into words, but just know that I'm just mind blown, and I thank you guys so much for just being a part of this journey. I know my YouTube isn't the biggest, highest, most social media platform I have, but one day I really hope it is, just because I love YouTube that much more. In the caption of this video, I go, well, 2020 has ended, and my journey on this platform, along with Instagram, TikTok, has just begun. Cannot wait to reflect on this next year, which is literally insane. And here I am reflecting on it. Crazy how much stuff can happen literally in 1 year, guys. It's insane. And I also talk about school in this video, and I talk about just a whole bunch of other things. Seeing where I'm at now is just mind-blowing, and I can't wait to see where I'm at next year. It's funny enough, literally as I said that, I grabbed a picture right here that I'm going to put up right here. It's literally an old picture of my dad when he was bodybuilding, and on the back of it, I'm gonna write our new goals for next year in terms of just social media. I have a whole bunch of more personal goals that I could literally just break down for you guys right now. We'll go over those more so. You guys will just kind of see it more so develop. Our goals for 2021 now. So in terms of Instagram, hoping that the algorithm is continuing to favor my stuff. I can continue to put in the work, obviously. I'm hoping to be at 300K by the end of 2021. TikTok, I hope to be at 700K, just because the algorithm has slowed down for me now. I kind of fell off on that for other reasons I won't explain right now. For YouTube, I hope to be at 35K. And the most obviously important one to me on here is YouTube. I literally started my journey on YouTube first, and that's really where I want to be. YouTube has been by far my hardest grind. I saw someone commented the other day on my video and said, it's frustrating to see that your TikTok followers aren't translating over to your YouTube, just because I'm pretty sure they see that the work I put into it. But, I don't feel as if I deserve anything. I just have to let the hard work speak for itself, and kind of let that determine, how I'm going to do in terms of my growth and whatnot. As you can see, I put a lot of work into a lot of other things. Maybe YouTube just needs more work. It's kind of crazy, right? I mean, we'll see these goals at the end of 2021. I'll make another video similar to this and we'll reevaluate it. So with that being said, I cannot freaking wait to just see where these goals are. And we're actually going to put these up right here. And boom. There we go. Before we end this video, guys, I just want to say something real quick. Set goals and just chase something that you're passionate about. I always say that, and I'm gonna say this again. School, I was never taught, you know, that I could chase my passion or I could be passionate about something. It was always just, oh, schoolwork, college, job, family, boom. That was kind of the thing that was implanted in my head. And I'm not saying any of that is bad. What I'm saying is have something you're passionate about. Your passion doesn't have to be something that obviously pays you. Like, let's say you like drawing or whatever, and you don't really care to make money off of it, but something that keeps you sane. It's something that you look forward to in the day. It's something you basically can't live without. Just be passionate about something, set goals for your passions as well, and just see how far it can take you. And that's what I've done, and it's taken me quite a bit of ways so far, and I have a long ways to go. Yeah, I just want to say that. I will always say that time and time again. You guys will always hear me say that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, be sure to press the like button. If any of you guys are new here, be sure to press the subscribe button as well, because you know I will be back. And with that being said, I'll see you guys next time.
Strong enough.